Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Thursday. Yes, indeed, happy Thursday. If your school year is over, well, congratulations, and I hope that you get to enjoy the summer a little bit more as it rolls in. Thank you so much for being here with us. Absolutely glad that we're here together for another story, more time together in community, and of course, more time to learn together for sure. Thank you so much for joining in, and excited for the book that we have today, bringing back another favorite here at Storytime. We have so many favorites. I feel like every single one is a favorite here. This is why it's important that you send us your recommendations so we can bring them here to Storytime. So we do have this one coming up, and it's called NIA and the New Free Library, and it is written by Ian Lendler and illustrations by Mark PETT. And of course, we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. But yes, a big thank you indeed. Every time I see this title, from the first time I saw it, I always want to say, and the new free public library, but it's the new free library. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and how you're doing today. And yes, we're just glad to have you here with us. Thank you so much. Or indeed, if you just want to watch quietly, why not? We're glad to have you here. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, well, be sure to leave us a message. Let us know you are here so indeed we can say hi to you and yours. Thank you so much for being here. And indeed, I hope that this Wednesday is a beautiful one for you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. And of course, this week, as we've mentioned, we do have books that we continue to celebrate that give us a hope for tomorrow, that continue to just celebrate those possibilities that tomorrow brings. Thank you so much for joining in, and it has been a wonderful lineup. One more book to come today, and of course, to The Sky's the Limit will round off this week tomorrow. So please stick around and get what you need to make Storytime even better for you. Yes, if it is that lounging chair that you need, go sit in it now with your Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely love it that we're here together. And then of course, on June 15th, Amanda Davis and Michelle Chijing Chan will be here on Storytime. So come on out and have fun with us. Come on out and read with us, and come on out and enjoy their brand new book, Moonlight Memories. So thank you so much for joining in. Excited for that one and cannot wait. Thank you indeed for being here, friends, and we appreciate you. So join in June 15th, and they'll be here with their brand new book. And of course, let us see today who is with us, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Megan, and of course, Ari, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. We hope that you're having a wonderful summer out there. Thank you so much for joining in. And it's not officially summer yet, but we're here. We're all in break. Let's enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. How is it out there in Kentucky today? Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Erin and Clara from overcast and slightly smoky Massachusetts. Thinking of you, and of course thinking of everybody that is up there. I've seen the pictures that is up there in Nova Scotia and and the East Coast in general too. Just I hope that those fires can be managed soon, contained soon, and also I hope that the air clears out. And please follow the health guidelines around. If you should be wearing a mask when you're out, please do that, or whatever precautions that you need. If the advice is to stay inside, if you have an inside and you can, please do that. Let's follow the health guidelines as much as possible. Let us protect ourselves and our loved ones as well. Thank you so much for joining in. We appreciate you always, Erin and Clara, and of course Tara McNamara. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. Good morning to you, Amanda West. You say happy Thursday. Of course, Sarah and Nathan. Thank you so much for joining in sunny and muggy Illinois. Thank you so much for joining in. Did the rain come yesterday in Illinois? Thank you so much for being here. We're thinking of our friends in the northeastern part of the United States and in Canada as they deal with the fires and smoke this week. Absolutely well put. Thank you so much for sharing that. And of course, we appreciate you, Jamie. We send you love as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you, Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime with a very powerful message indeed there for all of us. Good morning to you out in Ohio, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to see you. Love it. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining in, and glad to have you here with us, Kathy. And yes, I know. I can feel Ari's smile with your name out there. So thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for bringing the joy. Happy to have you here, Kathy, joining us from out there in Ohio. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Yes, good morning to you one more time, Ari. Thank you so much for joining in out there in Kentucky. And good morning to you, Sharon Lungo, and of course, Soraya. Thank you so much for joining us right here in Oakland. I hope that you're having a wonderful time at summer camp, and of course, just a wonderful time in general. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy the story that we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining in. Kristen Costa, good morning to you, and of course, Miles and Owen. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here with us, and I hope that you've been having a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and you know what? I hope that you enjoy this story time right now. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, Ari, love you too, bud. Love you too. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. Thank you. I will carry that with me throughout the day. Thank you so much. And yes, sending lots of love back out there to Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining in. Please get comfortable, get cozy, get ready, as we will be starting our story very shortly after this short break. I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I am the author of Moonlight Memories.
Hi, my name is Michelle Jing Chan, and I'm the illustrator for Moonlight Memories.
Moonlight Memories releases on June 13th with Worthy Kids, # book group.
The story follows a young girl named Piper who is dealing with grief after losing her mom. Her dad gifts her a telescope, and she begins to use this to see patterns in the stars, which she transforms into sketches and drawings of memories with her mom. Through this story, Piper learns how to find healing and to process her emotions through the beauty of creativity and the arts.
And the text was inspired by my own personal experience with the loss of my father when I was young. I used art and writing as a tool to help process and heal, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was providing me with comfort and still does to this day, comfort and healing and calm.
For the illustrations, I also drew upon my own experiences with grief and the experience of losing my grandmother. I was really drawn to the whimsical language Amanda uses in the manuscript and how she's able to portray difficult emotions such as grief in such a beautiful and whimsical way.
And we are so excited to be coming to Storytime with Mr. LaMotta on June 15th. We can't wait to see you there and talk more about the book. So we will see you then. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back. Thank you so much indeed, Michelle, Jing, Chan, and of course Amanda Davis coming to Storytime with their brand new book, Moonlight Memories. I have to pause there. It's not Midnight Memories, it's Moonlight Memories. So come on out and join in that fun on June 15th. And it comes out on June 13th. So yes, lots of love from Ari. Lots of love. Yes, lots of love to all of us. Thank you so much, Ari. We appreciate you. All right, here we go with our story for today. And this one is called NIA and the New Free Library. And this one is written by Ian Lendler, illustrated by Mark Pett. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. NIA and the New Free Library. Love it. Oh, look at that. Beautiful color. Kick us off. Get us started. NIA and the New Free Library. Written by Ian Lendler, illustrated by Mark Pett, and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. For as long as anyone could remember, the little library stood there. Yeah, it was there so long that people stopped paying attention. The building got old. The librarian retired, and nobody noticed. Oh my. We do take things for granted at times, don't we? Great reminder there. For as long as anyone could remember, the little town library stood there. It was there so long that people stopped paying attention. The building got old. The librarian retired, and nobody noticed. Until one day, a tornado came and carried the whole thing away. Oh my. Whoa. Yes. The librarian retired, and nobody noticed until one day a tornado came and carried the whole thing away. Oh my. No one quite knew what to do with the empty space where the library used to be. We need a big skyscraper, said the builder. That will really put this town on the map. We need a parking lot, said the grosser. That would help my business. But Nia had a different idea. We need to rebuild the library. What do you think should be done? Build a big skyscraper? Build a parking lot? Or maybe rebuild the library? What do you vote for? What do you choose? Rebuild it, said the mayor. What's the point? No one uses libraries anymore. Rebuild it, said the banker. That costs money and I can't spare a dime. Who needs it? Said the distracted mom. My son and I get everything we want online. Whoa. But Nia loved the library. She went every week to check out books. She liked cookbooks the best. Her favorite spot to read them was under the tree in front of the library. But it's hard to check out a book from a library that isn't there. That's when Nia had an idea. I did miss that part. I'm on level 10. Looks like somebody is having fun. Oh, that's when Nia had an idea. She got a desk and a chair and a pencil and some paper and a plate of orange slices for energy. Then she began to write. It took her all day. Whoa, can't wait to read that story. Good to know, Luna. Good to know. I am with you on that one. I choose the library too. Thank you for your vote, Luna. We appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Good morning to you, Madeline. And of course, John and the girls. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you. Oh, love it. She got a desk and a chair and a pencil and some paper and a plate of orange slices for energy. Then she began to write, and it took her all day. It took her another day too, from sunup to sundown. It took her a lot of days. And at first, no one paid attention. But pretty soon, she had written an entire wagon full of books. Imagine that. Yes, at first, nobody paid attention. But pretty soon, she had written an entire wagon full of books. Whoa, good work, Nia. Yes, library, Ari says library, and Megan says library too. Me too. Oh. Maybe we can add your story to that, Ari, too. You can add your story to this library. Would you like to check out a book? She asked the grocer. How? He said. The library's gone. This is the new free library, said Nia. The grocer was curious, so he picked up the book on top of the pile and began to read. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She lived in a shoe? P.U. Hey, said the grocer, you wrote this wrong. I did, said Nia. Well, maybe you can fix it. She handed the grocer a pencil. The grocer started to write. Ah, yay. Excuse me, said the distracted mom. My son's phone just died. Could he look at one of your books? Of course, Nia said. This is the new free library. He can read any book he likes. This one is about Sir Wilbur the bravest, most handsome knight around. This is terrible, said the boy. I can draw better than that. You are probably right, said Nia. Maybe you can fix it. As they made more books, more townspeople became curious and stopped to look. The town's detectives saw the crowd forming and came over to see if there was any trouble. She picked up a book. This was my favorite book growing up, she said. And this book is the reason I fell in love with the sea, said the boat captain. Books are powerful like that, aren't they? But as they read, everybody noticed mistakes. Ah, said the boat captain. Where the mild things roam? That's not the title. And that's not how Sherlock solved the crime, said the detective. Every time Nia simply said, oh, well, maybe you can fix it. And she handed them a pencil. Oh. Pretty soon, half the town was writing alongside Nia. I've never built a house shoe before. What do you think? How are the sketches going? I am on page 10. Lots of working together, lots of collaboration. I love it. What story would you contribute to them? Everyone discovered the job was a lot harder than it looked. And that's how he solved the crime. Whoa, you're wrong. That clue was a red herring. Oh, there was a fish in the story. There was a fish in the story? I'm confused. We can talk about red herrings another time for sure. But they began to remember words and ideas that had inspired them, like hopes springing high, still I rise. I love poems about bread. No. Pretty soon there were enormous piles of freshly written books, books of adventure and poetry, and filled with every idea ever imagined. There were so many books that they spilled into the road and stopped traffic. Oh my. Oh, I want to go to this library. Said Nia. If only there was one better way to organize them. I've got empty crates we could use as shelves, said the grocer. Ah, good idea. If it rains, the books will get wet, said the builder. I will make some walls and a roof to protect them. Ah. And we will need lions, said the banker. A good library has to have lions in front. I will get the two from my bank. Oh, does your library have lions in the front? I must say one of the close ones to me doesn't have lions, but it has really good pillars, beautiful pillars that I like. I like pillar columns out in the front. Yeah. Well, a good library needs lions in the front. Pretty soon, the entire town was lending a hand. Ah. There were people writing and drawing and binding and building and sorting and stacking and slicing oranges for energy. Oh my. What we need is an opening ceremony, said the mayor. Of course. The mayor said that. Oh my. Yes. There's so much work. There were people writing and drawing and building and binding and sorting and stacking and slicing oranges for energy. Yes. What we need is an opening ceremony, said the mayor. Do you think they need a big opening ceremony? Politicians, oh my. So the mayor fetched her shiniest ribbon and her biggest scissors and her fanciest outfit. And she was just about to cut the ribbon so the crowd could shout, "Hooray!" But before then, Nia said, "Wait, we forgot one thing." "We did?" said the builder. "We did?" said the banker. "We have a library," said Nia. "But we don't have a librarian." That's an important piece, right? We can't have a library without a librarian. What are we going to do? Oh my. Yes. Before everybody shouts hooray, we forgot one thing. We forgot a librarian. Oh. Does anyone volunteer out there to be the librarian at this beautiful library? Owen, Miles? Oh, the mayor looked around. Does anyone here want to be the librarian? Anybody? Luna? That should fix it, said Nia. Then the mayor cut the ribbon. The whole town shouted, "Hooray!" And Little Town's new free library was open. Oh. I love the mayor's hat, by the way. Look at that. How could you not? Everyone crowded into the library to admire what they had accomplished. I decided to go for a classic feel with watercolors. There were kids in bin bags reading picture books, kids with pencils writing new books. In one corner, there was a knitting class. In another, all the grandparents were learning to use a computer. Oh my. First, we make sure it is plugged in. Everywhere there were people sitting together enjoying the cozy quiet of a book-filled place. Ah. I wish I could be off work today and go to a quiet, cozy, book-filled place. Oh my, I hope you get to go to the library too. Yay! Oh, Missy, I did not know that. Yes, librarians, love what you do. And Missy, yeah, part of the reason we're reading this book too is to make sure that we remind people of our libraries. And with the summer coming up, I hope that you can utilize your libraries, go visit them, get books from there and so many other resources. Libraries are more than just they're more than just books. They're places to gather. They're also some of them will lend you gardening tools and so much more. So find out what your libraries have. And those library cards too sometimes get you discounts at places like museums and on train rides and so on. So find out what your library card can also get you. And also by getting a library card, you support your library. All right. Meanwhile, Nia did what she had wanted to do from the very beginning. She quietly walked straight to her favorite section and checked out her favorite book, How to Make Stone Soup by Nia. Oh, I love that story. And she sat down to read in her favorite spot underneath the library's tree. At least she did. Uh-oh, what's coming? At least she did. Until the tornado came back and carried the school away. Oh my. Oh, Nia sighed. And that is the end of our story. Oh my goodness. Seems like the work is definitely cut out for Nia. Well, before we go, let's just quickly read the author's note here in the back. And it says, this is from Ian Lendler. When I was little, my grandfather told me that he hated the old library in our town. It was too small, too dark. There wasn't enough room for people to meet. There weren't enough books. He wanted our town to have a library that was open and full of light, where kids could have their own section to make noise, where people could enjoy as many books as they liked. The day of the opening ceremony for the new library, I was the proudest kid in town. There was a big party, and I went around telling everyone that my grandfather had built the library. Then I met the son of the head librarian. He was walking around telling everyone that his mother had picked all the books on the shelves, the art on the walls, and the chairs and tables. He told everyone that his mother had built the library. Aww. Then I met the builder's daughter. She told everyone that her dad had built the library. He had poured the cement foundation and laid down all the bricks. That's when I noticed that every brick on the path that led to the entrance of the building was engraved with the name of a family that had donated time, love, and money to get the job done. That's when I realized a library is an expression of a town and all the people who live in it. A library is built by many hands and does many things. Oh, thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful book, and I hope that too it definitely gets you in the mood to go to the library and yes, check out those amazing books and maybe sit around there and read for a while. Nia and the New Free Library, written by Ian Lendler and illustrations by Mark PETT, and we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. I'll catch you on the other side of this short break.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Davis. I am the author of Moonlight Memories.
Hi, my name is Michelle Jing Chan, and I'm the illustrator for Moonlight Memories.
Moonlight Memories releases on June 13th with Worthy Kids, #book group.
The story follows a young girl named Piper who is dealing with grief after losing her mom. Her dad gifts her a telescope, and she begins to use this to see patterns in the stars, which she transforms into sketches and drawings of memories with her mom. Through this story, Piper learns how to find healing and to process her emotions through the beauty of creativity and the arts.
And the text was inspired by my own personal experience with the loss of my father when I was young. I used art and writing as a tool to help process and heal. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was providing me with comfort and still does to this day, comfort and healing and calm.
For the illustrations, I also drew upon my own experiences with grief and the experience of losing my grandmother. I was really drawn to the whimsical language Amanda uses in the manuscript and how she's able to portray difficult emotions such as grief in such a beautiful and whimsical way.
And we are so excited to be coming to Storytime with Mr. LaMotta on June 15th. We can't wait to see you there and talk more about the book. So we will see you then. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Welcome back. Thank you indeed, Michelle and Amanda, coming to Storytime on June 15th with Moonlight Memories. So join us on June 15th. But today we were reading NIA and the New Free Library, written by Ian Lendler, illustrations by Mark PETT, and read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And of course, we're back again with another book tomorrow. And this time it is The Sky is the Limit, a celebration of all the things you can do. Then this one is written by Lisa Swirling and Ralph Laza. And they've brought us so many amazing books. And this one is definitely one that I love as well. So join us for this one tomorrow. The Sky is the Limit, a celebration of all the things you can do. Lisa Swirling and Ralph Laza, and of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Join us tomorrow for this one. I am excited to bring that one. And of course, as we wrap up our beautiful week of stories, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you to everybody that was here today. And of course, thank you to everybody that's joining us online later on for the recordings. We appreciate you. We love you. And I hope that you are well. You and your loved ones are doing well. And I hope that, yes, every community can have a beautiful library that they can go and that can be a great resource to them. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. And then remember too, as we said already, June 15th is happening here on Storytime. Amanda Davis, Michelle Jing Chan, and of course, Moonlight Memories will be here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in, friends, and absolutely appreciate you. Let's see one more time who was with us here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh, Owen and Miles, I love it. You say, we loved this book and we love libraries and librarians. And you all, thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for joining in today. Absolutely appreciate you. And yes, Ari agrees. Ari and Megan agree with you 100%. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to all the librarians, my good friend Jen Vetta, and of course, Missy, we appreciate you too. Thank you. Please use your local libraries and support them as well. By you getting a library card is one of the simplest ways that you can support them. Go get your library card, and of course, sign up for newsletters and everything so your libraries can keep you up to date with what's happening. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Yes, and all the votes for the library, we appreciate you. And of course, all the love from Ari as well. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. One more time, Miles and Owen, good morning to you. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed the book, and thank you for sharing. Please, as you go out there, I know it's a little bit smoky out where you are. I hope that you continue to stay safe and, of course, continue to enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for being here, keeping you in our thoughts, and, of course, our friends out in Canada as well. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time this morning. Absolutely appreciate you. Soraya and, of course, Sharon Lungo, thank you for joining in Story Time. I hope that you are enjoying your summer. I hope you're enjoying summer camp. And, of course, always good to see you here with us. Have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for being here with us on Story Time. Kathy, thank you so much for joining us out in Ohio. And, of course, Luna, thank you so much for joining in as well. We appreciate you. Thank you, and we hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Yes, beautiful message from Sarah and Nathan. They say happy Thursday, and of course thinking about our friends out in the northeastern part of the United States and in Canada as they deal with the fires and smoke this week. Thank you so much for joining in. I've seen the pictures, and yes, it's a lot going on right now. So those positive vibes, great thoughts are very needed, very much needed, and very welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time. Erin and Clara, thank you so much for joining in Story Time. We'll see you again. We hope to see you again tomorrow here on Story Time when we're back with another book. The Sky is the Limit, a celebration of all the things you can do. So join us for that one tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. And remember too that June is Pride Month, so please check your local library, see what's happening, check out books on Pride, and check out too how we can participate and support inclusive communities where every member of our community is celebrated, where every member of our communities is allowed to thrive, allowed to live. So yes, please find out, and of course let us continue to ask those questions and demand that our communities treat everybody better. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Appreciate you, sending you lots and lots of love, hugs, and I hope that this Thursday is a beautiful one for you. I'll see you again tomorrow when we are back with another Friday special. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. Much love from me, and bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, it brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing from my neighborhood. Story time. Whoa. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to hear it. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing